Hey, welcome back. Welcome to the Tangled Puppet. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate your energy and your time so much. Without you, there would be no channel. If you're new, go on ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe for me so as many people you know can get connected in with the channel. All right, so let's say our prayers. Let's call in the angels. Let's call in the energy and get this reading started, okay? Archangel Michael, the ancestors, the angels of the highest realms, we ask that you come in today, giving us healing, clearance, protection along our journeys, giving us clear, precise, direct messages as well. In your holy name we pray, as above, so below. I'm going to say another prayer for creating heaven on earth as I integrate the power of the soul with the power of the body. I am able to manifest with ease and grace here on earth. I am a creator being with a purpose, okay? I am creating heaven on earth now. In your holy name I pray, as above, so below. All right, collective, let's go ahead and get this reading started, okay? We're also going to ask that the ancestors come into the reading, giving us a message, okay? Clearing out any energies that doesn't serve us. Breathing in, holding it. Breathing into your nose and out through your mouth, okay, collective? Releasing any energy that doesn't serve us at this time. We're going to ask them to show... I'll use this one in a second. We're going to ask them to show us what the reading's about today to get the message started for us, okay? I have my cards kind of stacked up funny over here, so just bear with me for a minute. Okay. Holy Father, show me the energy of the reading. What is the energy of the reading? Give and make room to receive, okay? So your angels, the ancestors, are coming through telling you that because you've done something in the faithful way, you stood in your strength, give up some things, move it out of the way, let it go. That's making room for it because you have so much room. It's coming your way, okay? You did something the faithful way. And yeah, you accepted others for who they were. So you gave and made room to receive. Yeah, you're reaching the unreachable because of this. You're tuning into your own reality, okay? Hey, welcome change is happening for you, collective. The reveal of your renewal is what's happening, okay? Yeah, I told you it's because you tapped into your own personal wellspring. You stood in your strength, okay? And so that's what they want to talk about here today. Yeah, nothing is perfect, so you release perfection and strived for excellence instead. Yes, I know you did. Let's see. Let's see. Show me more, Holy Father. Yeah, look, okay? If you had something going on with your health, make room to receive and honor your physical vessel that enshrines your soul because you did something the faithful way. It's really when shifting the blame and then blame comes out, okay? He really did. You accepted responsibility for your well-being, for who you are, for others for who they are. You're honoring your physical vessel because you've done this. And it's made room for you to receive, okay? So when you're reaching the unreachable with this judgment card coming out, man, you stood to understand that everyone has their own unique path, their own challenges. You're grateful for your challenges and your opportunities to grow in life, and you embraced some parts of your mind with a very creative aspect and become very disciplined when it came to the things that you needed to remove. Yeah, all these adversities, okay? So you're accepting that challenges are the best way to learn, and that's why you're welcoming this change, this renewal, and that is why you need to make room to receive, because when you change the way that you've done things in the past, yeah, you surrendered, you made room for something totally new to happen in your life. With this honesty here, you realize there's no way that you can always expect the truth from others, but you can always accept it and expect it from yourself, okay? Acceptance, honesty, and acceptance. You started accepting yourself, your truth, and it rose your self-esteem to a whole new level. There's some type of gifts and benefits. You possess gifts and other people benefit from them, and you're seeing that, you see that, how others people, when they were doubted you, you shifted it. You released the need to know all the answers nor care, and that's how you're getting this new beginning here. You have learned a lesson, and this is the mere ending of it, so that you could have this new beginning, okay? Patience was the key. Patience was always the key to it, because you had to acknowledge this fear and replace it with insight of awareness, so that you could understand that everything happens for divine order, okay? And that was so serious for you here, to be of service to yourself, to the lesson, and to the energy that it took to acquire you to fulfill the lesson, okay? And so I'm seeing somebody done that. This could have been a simple lesson around friendship. You're understanding that a friend's in your reason for a life, that somebody was in your life for a reason. That's why you shifted the blame. It was some type of perseverance when you knew that you could do and complete whatever you set your mind to, and that had to be that you had to understand and not harbor resentment that were causing blocks when because you could have been replacing fears with resentments and causing blocks, which were replacing the inside of awareness with some type of harbored energy here of envy, okay? And that's what was going on. So you let your pride get in the way. So you had to grow, okay? Through the loneliness, through the lesson, in order to get success, okay? You persevered, you done it. Welcome in the change. I am so proud that you accomplished this today, okay? So you're releasing any beliefs that no longer serve you or your soul's growth. Good thing that you've done that, because you have balance now. You have trust and you have happiness. You have a peace of mind, and that's something nobody can shake unless you allow them to shake it. When a person gains a peace of mind, they will not allow anything to change it. You have to grow past the fear, the grief, in order to have this courage of abundance, in order to get this peace, okay? So I'm seeing somebody, you done this, you persevered, woohoo, yay. Okay, there's a giant discovery around it. Show me, yeah, look, that giant discovery is that impatience could have cost you everything when it pertains to these insecurities, okay? Definitely could have some type of rejection, could have caused you to put on a mask of a facade of vanity, okay? Imbalance, confusion, chaos, that all related back to forgiveness and enlightenment, okay? So it was a lot, okay? So let's see the energy that's surrounding the situation. It's a lot of forgiveness. So somebody out here, I'm picking up on, you're sitting in a lot of energy of forgiveness. You're of service to this forgiveness. Let's go ahead and tap in and see who you are. Let's get your energy out here on the board. You could definitely be somebody who's in isolation on a quest right now, in the energy of forgiveness. When it comes to the person's energy, Holy Father, that I'm reading, show me who this energy is that I'm reading, Holy Father. You're somebody who has a hidden blessing, okay? You're somebody who took the road less traveled. I mean, you timeline jumped like from 10 to 40 all of a sudden. Boom, 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 okay? Bam! Honey, I'm home! Hello! You know, the door broke wide open. Look, baby, I'm a star. I'm home. I returned. Okay, the return of the star. You got your ducks in a row. Okay, so I'm picking up on baby somebody who's a star. You are a star. There's a hidden blessing for you. You got your ducks in a row. 1 duck, 2 duck, 3 duck, 4. Okay, because you pulled yourself together. You're not crying out at the moon no more. Okay, you're not wandering. You're not lost. You're not on a road that's not got an ending to it. Okay, your stuff come full circle. Not my circus, not my monkey. So I'm picking up on somebody who's not, you don't partake. Look, people are watching you. They're seeing you not partake in things that don't deserve your energy anymore. You're not wandering. You got it going on. 1 duck, 2 duck, 3 duck, 4. Okay. 22, 33, 44 out here on the board. Okay, baby, you can go any way the wind blows, because you know what blows your wind is the divine from within. Look, you have your vitality, this energy. I'm speaking to somebody who, you look very young. Very young. You could have blue eyes. You could have brown eyes. There's very multiple colors out here. But you're a mega manifester with this manifestations of this 44. You're a mega manifester. You're manifesting miracles. You've manifested so much. You got hidden blessings. It's because you took the time to go within. All aboard. Who's coming with me? Not only did you take a path and a way, you helped somebody else save the day. Somebody who is all blue, who they seen that you had this vitality, this strength, this energy, this Midas touch. And this person was like having to face the music when it came to you. They seen you hit the target and master your destiny. So this person had to like start counting their chickens, and they were sad about something. They were sad about the fact that you were all golden, okay? This could have been a siren in your energy, but something you said, something you did transform this person. It unlocked their mind. They are starting to see things at an eye level about a support system that you have, something that you have deep inside you that you can work with, okay? This is somebody who's mad because they can't see. They didn't expect this. They didn't see this. Somebody else spilled the tea about you. Okay? That you could do it all against the clock. Especially, man, when you step into nature, I'm picking up on somebody. Nature is your place of being. You love to be outside. You love animals. You like it outside, okay? And when you do, some broke off of you. Everything breaks off of you. It's like they thought you had your head in the clouds, but really you were busting out like, yeah, I'm possible. So possible, okay? They're sitting at this table, instead of eating and laughing at you, collective, they're having to eat their words. They didn't expect you to try something, to do something. They expected you to put up boundaries and be like, nah. Look. Things are coming full circle for whoever I'm speaking to. I want to get a more definite answer of who this reading is for. Let's see. Show me who this reading's for. Somebody who's really went through it, okay? It could be a fire sign. With the sun coming out. Could be an air sign. You could have Leo, Aquarius in your chart. A lot of Pentacle energy. Earth signs, that's a truth. So we got sun, air, and fire out here on the board, okay? And that's the truth. That could be somebody's signs out here. Let's see. Let's see. I hear somebody go, no, we want to know who it is. They want to know if this is their reading. So, Look, you had to fight through this dependency, okay? You had to get clarity about it. It was some type of habit you had going on where you were just sitting in scratched up energy being scarred, okay, by life. And that's why you had to persevere. That's where you had to go through. You had to find the light in the dark. That's how you become the star, baby. That's how you are the star. It's that hope. It's the faith you had. And that's why you're about to receive rewards. And that's the truth for you. You're so intellectual. That's why you're getting rewards. It's the way that you've done this. And there's so many eyes on you right now. Let's see who you are. Look, we have Aries cutting it open to Aries. Aries is coming in to support and nurture, okay? So you could be an Aries, but you've got support coming in to help nurture you through a time. It's because they've seen your journey, okay? Show me who this reading's for, Holy Father. Look, it's somebody who's not running anymore. You got this fleeting in reverse. You could be born in the year of the dragon. It's 1940, 1952, 1964, 1976, 1988, 2000, 2012, 2024. Okay? And we also have the Aquarius down here. Okay? So you got Aries and Aquarius out here on the board. Some type of soulmate energy coming out here, okay? Yeah, you also have this false flame coming out. Somebody with the year of the rat, okay? That is 1936, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 2008, 2020. Okay, so you have, look, you have this Cancer energy coming out with that. So, there's something in the distance that somebody's about to see about a situation, okay? You could have Cancer in your chart. You could have Aries in your chart. You could have Aquarius in your chart. We have Aries back out here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and pull that. So we got Aries, you got Cancer, and you've got Aquarius out here. You have something to do with a false flame. You have the year of the dragon and the year of the rat. So these people could pertain to this energy when it comes to the soulmate, a false flame. And then you have Taurus on the bottom, okay? So you have Cancer, Taurus, Aries, and Aquarius coming out on the board. Why? I don't know, but it is out here. Okay, so this reading is pertaining to some type of perseverance and energy when it comes to runner-chaser dynamic, okay? Maybe the fleeting energy of the false flame. Maybe somebody wasn't for sure which direction to go, okay? So let's see. Let's get a little deeper. This is interesting. You got this fool and a clown as soon as I cut the deck, okay? Something about a fool and a clown in town and a betrayal, okay? And you had to make it through it, okay? So we're not done. Yeah, it's definitely in the community. Show me who this reading's for. The energy surrounding the people. Look, you definitely have a vendor. You have a lesson here that has been learned, okay? So somebody was trying to acquire a knowledge. It could have been a merchant, retail, individual entrepreneur, okay? You have this painter and the educator here, okay? The mentor, the teacher, the guide. So there was somebody that was trying to, I don't know, somebody was seeking a lot of knowledge about somebody who's a painter, some type of educator in this situation, how they forged a path, some type of employee here. So somebody's been spying on somebody to see what was going on, okay? To uncover some type of details or potential of power in a situation. Look, yeah, somebody who was trying to conspire against somebody with some type of proficiency here, but they didn't realize this person has a guide. Okay, so you got a serious situation that's coming out here. Maybe it's like a side note or something, because this is about the energy that's sitting around this. So you've got people uncovering the details about this situation, about how you had to take the long road, how you had to make it through, and how you had to go at it alone to learn a lesson. There was a lot of abstract that was painted about you, a lot of research here, but people are being educated past the illusions, past the path that was conspired against you, okay? And they see that you've done something with proficiency, and that's what I'm getting out of this. Ready, aim, fire, okay? So it's definitely the energy that we have going on. Somebody's about to reach a harvest because they made it past this ruthlessly, okay? And it's been a long journey for these lovers, okay? I knew somehow or another this is all going to come back together. So you've got this revolutionist, this soldier out here fighting for freedom, fighting for what is right, okay? Show me the... Look, somebody is sitting in this energy of heartbreak place, lost love, grief, memories of heartbreak. It was a giant melting pot. And that's the energy sitting around this. Yes, definitely when it comes to this lighthouse energy. That symbol of hope, that guiding light, that twin flame. I'm telling you, it's something about these artifacts. It's about the memory. It's about the interactions. It's the collections. It's all of it. They can't get past the thrills. They can't get past the memory. They can't get past the fun. They can't get past the atmosphere of like this magic, this hidden wisdom, this enchantment of this connection. You're this court. Divine court, all rise. Now in session. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. It was a legal proceeding, judgment, the verdict, fair and justice. Okay, about this energy, this hidden wisdom, this rehabilitation that one had went through. It was this infinite formations in the clouds, okay, with the sky. It was like a lot of time invested into a situation I'm seeing. Look, somebody's like stopped and they've got the frame view on this situation. Okay, so let's look. This is like, yeah, in the past, look, something burnt to the ground when it comes to this situation. Yeah, you had to have strength and endurance because it was scorched, it was blazing, it was that sun energy again. Reflections of things burning to the ground. Look, dying off the cemetery. Look, I'm telling you. There's a lot of ways this could have went. Yeah, with this ocean of emotions here. But it was like a lot of experiments, a lot of stop, park, and go. A lot of pause, a lot of ponder. It's like a lot of tease, a lot of bruise. Like, I'll try anything. Jackpot moment. What do I need to do every time I think about the situation? Hello, I get the message. What is the message? Yeah. So somebody's seeing how everything's lining up. How everything happened. Why it happened the way that it did. They're seeing the process that the divine took. Yeah, when it comes to somebody who has received jail as the final verdict here. The justice, the punishment. Yeah, look. It's a place where it's dark, it's danger lurks there, it's treacherous path they chose. And that's the final, yeah. And it's all on display for them and everybody else to see. It's like a showcase of them standing at the crossroads in this damp and dreary realm, in this forest here, okay? And they're right at the crossroads of the situation over here in this countryside. Okay, they could be just sitting in the living room. Yeah, all the night lights, all of the things, the neon lights, you know, and they're seeing how their destiny has unfolded about a competitive environment, how this was really supposed to birthplace out their dreams, okay, so things would take off and move, but it didn't. It stopped, completely stopped. Resting place stops here, okay, because it was like there had to be boundaries put up because of someone's style, the way they were doing things, okay, yeah, any way the wind blows, I'll just go, you know. So somebody's receiving the message about the lesson that they were supposed to acquire here. So that's the energy that a person is sitting around in the past. This is what you're leaving behind. That's where it was. That's the energy of it. is like, this is where this person sits now. That's what you're leaving behind, is that energy that they wanted you to sit in, okay? When it comes to where you're headed and what you have going on, the support that you have, look, you've got a mentor who don't mind helping you. They're passing on wisdom. They're helping you learn some type of lessons, refine your character, okay? And they're willing to follow their intuition even when others doubt them, okay? This is somebody who, look, they're helping you confront inner fears that bully you, okay? Especially when it comes to some type of great lover here, this passion, okay? Where you could have just like stolen someone's heart. He got his heart in his jacket, okay? But it's a great passion and devotion, okay? Somebody has an appreciation for someone or something, and they're shedding the light and the potential wealth that is within you that can never be stolen, okay? Yeah, somebody is a rebel out here, okay? And that's what you have to help you. This is somebody who, yeah, you could have been dealing with somebody who is a rebel addict, okay? And that's what, yeah, so you're helping people recognize and confront their own addictive behaviors. Yeah, like push the energy away with this Exorcist card here, freeing yourself and others from these destructive impulses, okay? Other people normally laugh. And you're teaching these people how to fearlessly reveal their emotions, helping them make it past this, helping them defeat these destructive impulses that have been keeping them chained for years. These are rebels. Look, you're this healer, okay? You've got the healer coming out, okay? So we're dealing with the healer. We're dealing with somebody that's suffered with addictions. We're dealing with people who suffer from impulsive actions that they've been taking, collective, and you have this mentor, you have somebody, this healer, who is backing you, they're helping you, okay? That's what you have to work with, okay? So I'm seeing that when it comes to this, the only place you're trying to, look, you got a magical teacher, this magical child, who has the ability to communicate experiences, skills, and wisdoms, and they see your potential and your sacred beauty and everything that is possible. And this is what you got to work with. This is where you're headed. This is where you're going. Okay, it's like somebody, yeah, your inner child was begging you to get help, confront some type of level of fears due to survival skills, and you have awakened a spiritual authority within inside thy own self. Okay. Yeah, to heal the wounded child within you, you opened up to learning about a path of forgiveness through God. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing, so that you could be an artist, something about the artist and the companion, okay, the loyalty, the tenacity, it's them freeing their spirit, okay, being on a journey that has not been done yet, okay, but they had to go inward, to be able to see, to shine the light on their own inner life, to be able to experience and express life through these stories and symbols of the things that they had been through that was keeping them from freeing. Yeah, they were like, yeah. Somebody here has knowledge, accurate knowledge to help somebody. Yeah, confirmation with the Samaritan here, okay? So, yeah, you've got this twin flame coming out, okay? So you got somebody popping out as the scribe, the poet, the twin flame, the artist, okay? The seeker, the networker, the mystic, okay? The judge, the goddess, okay? And that is what is being told, okay? So there's been spiritual court happening, and during the spiritual court, things has changed. God has changed some things in one's life with this athlete coming out here. Yeah, he is showing a dedication to transcend physical limits that were standing in the way of someone's willpower and strength. It's because they're an eternal child of God. And when it comes to this twin flame union, God sees that they've learned a lesson. He also sees that they're warriors, that when their back's up against the wall, they don't fall. They've been in a lifelong learning to do this. Some type of king standing out here saying, I am the last man standing. And I know this. I was the first man and I'll be the last man. This is a man that has a spiritual connection. He's singly minded and dedicated to Spirit, to God, to the Father. Okay? They have a talent for creating and supporting life with a positive guiding light within a tribal unit. It's because you have this divine child popping out as being innocent, pure, redeemed, and suggests a special connection with the divine that this man has. And he is a king, and he is a warrior, and he and his twin are divine, pure child of the divine, okay? And there was an energy vamp who tried to enslave their visions, enslave their mission, and God is rescuing these people. This twin flame. Look, some type of romantic encounter is going to happen, this potential for power. Because look, I told you that energy vamp, it wanted to enslave your soul. So you didn't trust the divine, and this was a feminine energy. But you're being liberated and free. It's because of the great alchemist. Look, they're both reaching to the top of the mountain. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 go. Okay, it's like the most healthy, competitive race there has been yet. It's because they're meeting each other at the top of it. With loyalty and romance and chivalry and honor, okay? Go, Johnny, go, 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 okay? Whatever your name be, go, go, go. You got the Avenger Angels coming out going, go, climb that mountain, go, 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 okay? While you're just sitting here, you have the ability, look, the talent for designing resolutions, and that's what God's doing with a clear channel for this twin flame union. Woo! You got this detective mother who's done seen it all. Look, she's like, I seen the trickster. I see somebody trying to trick this Messiah, this person who's out here serving humanity with humility. I seen it. Yeah, it could have been a Deliante. Okay, but you moved past it. You had this Don Juan trickster energy, this female, this male. Okay, because you got 4 people out here. Somebody wanted, this trickster wanted someone to orphan out the queen. Look. The feminine twin, the mother, the nurturer, the one who was deemed to have a pure soul, the one who is the medium, the guide, the angel. They wanted them to be a damsel. Yeah, that's how they wanted people to see this person, but that was all destroyed. This advocate and this Midas touch, this goddess said, yeah, no, she is not a victim, and that was the ultimate thing, okay? So, court has been had. The decision has been made. Somebody is locked away. Their soul has been bound by God alone, put in a tiny little box in a place of its own, okay? While these twins are reigning their freedom, okay? And that is the big message here today. Show me more. Look, you got these people coming out. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You got this mystic. You got people grateful for this mystic. They're like, people could be showering finances on this person, helping rain and renewal from them, making it past such a vain person, okay? Somebody is very vain. And that's the truth about this person's passion, their enlightenment, their faith, okay? People thought that was going to die off, but it didn't. They got a recovery. Something about this people, it's like perfection. Sweet perfection. And look, this energy down here is just fading away. The gossip is too. Because you persevered. Instinctively, you made it past it. It's because you're a dang workaholic out here. Working on that soul, mate. All of this energy is dissipating. Yeah, the imbalance is being removed and wisdom is being held. Okay, there's a miracle coming today. Look, some type of rejection. You rejected something and it's going away. It's that prayer that you said. Got things dying off everywhere. It's because you're creating heaven on earth today. Because you're just, look, and it's your destiny. I knew it. I'm so excited. Look, you've got an expansion. They even slowed me down for this one. This is so not even my normal pattern for reading. It's just like, this is what they want me to say. It is what it is. Look, this is the declaration here. Is that you're reclaiming your power. You got this air sign coming out with some type of looking for a deeper meaning here. in a message, okay? Communication. They're going to try and reach out, and they're very worried. Something to do with this earth sign here, okay? They feel like they've hit this jackpot back to those signs again, okay? And they feel like you could be breaking free. So they're looking at something a little closer about this little broken heart here. Some type of bedroom energy, some type of sleep on it and call it a day, okay? Yes, bring along a lot of unresolved issues, okay? And you're rising up past that, okay? You're leaving it behind. Look, winter. Yeah, you're leaving it behind. All of the poor health, the disease, the illness, the unpleasant, the crisis, the emergency. Needing self-care all the time, the root cause. Yeah, you're finally agreeing that something is the situation, the cycle. It's annoying. Disagree to agree, something's off, okay? The underlying conditions, you found a map. You see what the problem is because you took a deep breath when you felt powerless and you seen something about a strong connection, a union, okay, where you're able to go many paths where it's not lost or it was only delayed, okay? So you went inward. It was a spiritual quest. Somebody was hoping you had your blinders on here, okay? That you wouldn't see. Yeah, something about this lone wolf or this brotherhood with this crack shot here. Yeah, you were dead on. You seen exactly. Because you are the mirror. You see things clearly about a situation you had to move on from. How it was unfinished symphony, okay? The coherence. Yeah, so you raised your vibrations. Which they knew it was very likely you would. Very likely that you would invent a way for you to move out of that situation, that energy, okay? Graduate from it. Yeah. You got these, because you got this union coming out, these soulmates, okay? And they see that it's been this life journey and that you are very disinterested. Yes, they do. They see that you're moving forward, that you have disengaged, and it's not my problem. I want what I want, okay? Yeah, they're seeing things clearly. Got their eyeglasses on, looking. Yeah, they're seeing that you're going to get your wishes fulfilled. That it's you have the emotional force to open up. It's your honesty, it's the perception, it's your loyalty, the subconscious mind to dive deep, develop character, and that's why you're getting your wishes granted. That's why something was God sent, perfect timing. Yeah. They see somebody's balanced, they have nobility, okay? And within a few weeks, they're going to see somebody get the checkered flag here. Something about 989. When it comes to spring with the maiden, 1 to 3 months, they're going to see how somebody made the right move, right chess piece, and then how it gave them endurance. Okay, the balancing act within a matter of days. Yeah, this is karma, baby. This is the karma and dharma. This was destined. It was inevitable. It's divine intervention. Rise and fall. Circumstances and consequences. It's the divine will. Blind justice. Okay? And they thought some was short-lived. Like it was just passing through. Like your passion was through. Yeah, nah. This is the beginning of the legacy. This is the beginning of a bold destination. But it's true grit. And you got 6 that got your back. You're not caged anymore. Cold hard truth is, dear John, got some message for you. I'm cutting some cords. It's not you, it's me. Okay? And that's the news here. It's like, peace. It's been a long journey. It's been a long road. It's been a lonely road. This division, this connection, it was hard. Quarantine kept apart, remote, the seclusion of it all, but it never changed. And that's the decision that they made when you went to spiritual court. The decision, the finale, said it's an unchanged situation. It was a serious situation that brought a lot of decisions and a lot of tension to one's life. And the universe made a decision when they looked back over a situation. So the scales are being balanced. All rise. Court is now released. There's been an eclipse, the opposite of union. It's lost power. It's blocked. It's going to be darkness. And this is happening very soon. It's concealed. No longer will be allowed to emerge into your energy. Yeah. It was hard work, but it's done. You've got this knight coming out. With perseverance, chivalry, honor, and determined. And it's very likely that you're going to see how somebody is held back, detained by external forces. There's been force that's now applied to make sure you don't end up in a powerless situation again. Because you got chivalry, love, and romance coming to your door. 611. 6611. Yeah. Some type of accident happened, but it's being cleaned up because of the legacy. So, directions have been changed. Last man standing, like I said. You got a masculine here popping out with the tools to get the job done. And he's like, I'm not giving up. I'm for the greater good. Because things could have been a little rocky in the past, but now you got this diamond coming out, and somebody is seeing the truth about it. They're deep in their thoughts about the spiritual power and the burning of this book. Somebody destroyed something, and they know. They tried to rewrite history with some mind games. But you got this diamond and this sapphire here. You got holy divine favor amongst you. Wise judgment. Look, when somebody tried to roll the dice to publicly humiliate you, God stepped in and put in the boundaries and said, no, not today. Yeah, it was a violent situation, I'm telling you. You got a fresh start coming. And it popped over as soon as I said it, you got a fresh start coming. It was a 50-50, but you got your fishing poles out. You're so capable. You could have been so stubborn before, but now you got to delight in doing the simple things because you ain't trapped anymore. You ain't trapped anymore in an optical illusion. You're networked. You've met who you needed to meet. You've exchanged data that mattered. With the Emerald of the Heart coming out, there's a lot of growth. The soul has been restored. The heart chakra is flowing freely. Yeah, and it's all held together by divine protection. And you two have mastered something, and the divine is seeing that. Look, yes, yes, yes. Give it a holy hell yes. That's what I'm hearing. Give it a holy hell yes, because it's the only time it's worth saying yes in this situation was a holy hell yes. Look, because you made it past that betrayal, past that Black Widow, I'm telling you right now, and it's ended. All of that. Your life could never look like it had looked in the past is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you got friends coming in. You got a protector coming in. You got Phil. You got this crew that you're in alignment with. You got this. Everybody's in alignment, in unison. And it's happening now. You just didn't know this before. But you got a fairy tale coming in. Do you believe in magic? Or do you believe in love after love? Because you better, because you got this sweet, perfect satisfaction. It's like rich. It's like the romance of all romances, okay? It's perfection. It's love. It's the good stuff, okay? It could feel like an aphrodisiac, okay? Yeah, there's no more roadblocks when it comes to this. It's changing. If you can imagine it, it's coming for you, baby. Because it's going to be groundbreaking. Because by the summer, where all that tension was, it ain't going to be there anymore. Everything's going to be set in motion for this celebration to take place, for you to have that wedding that you want, and to say, like I said, if I'm going to say yes, it's a holy hell yes. And that's powerful. Because somebody thought it was going to go either way. Somebody's like, if I'm saying yes, it's a holy hell yes. That's why they're the last man or woman standing over here, okay? Because they done overthrown something. And they got the backbone and the grit to prove it. It's this fire sign right here. They're like, if I'm going to say yes, it's a holy hell yes. And they are passionate. They are excited. And they are cranked up and ruthless when it comes to making a change. There's so many changes that are about to happen. But God's like, it's time. It's definitely time to shine, darling. So somebody is the thunder and the lightning, okay? Yes, but the thunder and the lightning, and they wanted to cause so many problems to shut you down, made up stories. I mean, anything they could do, they wanted you to have nowhere to run. They wanted you to feel old and wore out and like you needed to restore, like you couldn't fix these family patterns. They wanted to cause so many problems with your children, with siblings, with commitments, with your support systems, but it didn't happen the way people seen with all these fives. Five, 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 five. Five. All these changes, five that they wanted to bring upon your life. In the community, they seen it all. They seen what this person was doing. They seen it crystal clear. That's why I didn't bear any fruit. Yeah, they called the curtain on this. They're like, shut the curtain. We ain't watching this show anymore. Shit. They see what the lies are. They see the Black Widow. What they were trying to do to this unconditional love, to this best friend energy. They wanted something to change about this uncommon bond, but you just rose above it and kept on moving, kept on going. Yeah, you're like, let me just follow this white rabbit. It's really curious over there. Let me see what you're doing. What are you doing over there, white rabbit? Because it's not really scary, but I do want to know. Look, so you gained the knowledge you needed to know. There was an olive branch that was extended from the universe, like I said, when the gavel was hit. There was mercy shown. So now you're getting the resources you needed. And it can go either way you want it to go. But it's your fairy tale. It's your love. Do you believe in love after love? Because you better get to writing the story. Because if you don't know which way you want it to go, it's going. It's happening. And the stories you're going to have to tell about how you refined and rose up with this rising phoenix. How you had the strength to know when it was time to say no about a misfortune and a broken vase. How you knew it was time for you to receive and relax, to repair, and to move forward, okay? Yeah, somebody's saying that something was very unlikely for a situation to change, especially when it comes to some type of childhood, something to do with the water sign and it being repaired, okay? So somebody's saying that they had to make something right, that they had to restore and make amends because things were not changing in an area. They thought maybe something had changed. Oof, this is kind of a little different type of reading here. All right, Holy Father. Yeah. You got this King of Swords and the Queen of Wands here popping out. That Aries and that Aquarius energy. About this energy, look, and it falls out like this with the complacency, the energy like dying off here, and there's a truth to be told. Look, about an ongoing battle with the Nine of Wands here. We have to protect what you create. Where you kept asking the angels for help, but it was an illusion of entrapment, okay? And you see the situation, you see the addictions, the unhealthy habits. Okay, so you're having faith in the future, and you're going to be this dreamer, and you're going to march on, Susie, right into your wishes being fulfilled, because you're not going to be held back by restrictions of illusions of entrapment anymore, because you're an empress. And you deserve truth and clarity, not someone to tell you lies, to always trying to get away and running away. Material loss, embarrassing secrets. You have to take caution everywhere you turn. No, you're an empress and you don't deserve that. You deserve true romance, true friendship, true peace and contentment. And an ending of challenging times. So somebody's about to exchange some love and romance with you. They're about to put in the work and dedication because they're doing what they love and loving what they're doing. And if they could get paid for loving you, they'd be a millionaire in a second or two. Yeah, there was a difficult decision. But when one followed their heart rather than trying to make others happy, it was easy. They were like over-analyzing. So somebody's coming in very romantic, flirtatious, like being swept off their feet. It's a sudden love affair. It's a lack feeling out of balance, okay? No, your heart is going to flutter, okay? You have somebody coming in, following their heart, okay? Somebody who's trustworthy, devoted, and they're bringing in a giant cup of love, hoping that the end of challenging times is over, the end of sadness is over, okay? Things not turning out the way one expected, okay? So they want to move past that. Yeah, they've released something as this emperor. Yeah, they want to give back to you, okay? So somebody is using logics. They've got this insight, okay? A brilliant idea, okay? Yeah. They turned inward to discover their soul's true desires, okay? So they're releasing things in their life, okay? So there is some type of financial security could be coming your way. It's going to help you go manage your finances is what I'm seeing, okay? Yeah, so somebody is changing, battling in the mirror, battling things, okay? Somebody's had some type of wise counsel and they know what to do, okay? Yeah, there's a transformation that's going to take things off, okay? Going to move things. You're no longer going to be stuck in a situation, always trying to figure it out, okay? So yeah, I'm seeing that there's some wise counsel that somebody's going to wake up and get the message and they're going to be like, okay, I know exactly what to do. Yeah, I told you wise counsel. Because they've been to court, they've talked to the lawyer, spiritual court, they've talked to the spiritual lawyer, and now all this is going to reflect here. So something's about to stir up, crank up, and happen. I'm telling you, something is. And because this is a very serious situation we speak of. Look, somebody can feel it. They can feel it. It's natural Reiki powers and royalty. So somebody knows something's about to happen. Something to do with evil family members. And then you're just remaining calm right now because you're so highly ranked. It's like a deja vu. They knew this. They knew that you're God's ambassador and you were about to get all the messages you needed in a dream. It's because you're so dang psychic. And all the synchronicities are here about God's ambassadors and all these synchronicities. And it's like happening times two, deja vu, okay? Judgment Day is coming for your enemies. All these people try to put you alone to cause trauma. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah. All this Lemurian blood is going to be put into the dark night of the soul, and you've already seen the dream messages, the ones that tried to attack you. Your dreams are coming true. You got success past their psychic attacks, and that's what God wanted you to know today, is that you're a Jesus descendant. There's so many hidden secrets that you don't know that you have to purge from, because you're a chosen one and they're going to regret messing with you. God said, yeah, you could be a tarot reader and you were born to be a legend. People wanted to cause your ancient and divine blood problems. Your evil family members did, because they didn't want your third eye to awaken to the fact of who you were. They wanted you to be a black sheep, and Judgment Day is coming for them. Angels are protecting you because people underestimated you. They gave you angels to protect you so other people couldn't harm you. These Egyptian ancestors, they're going to rain a wrath on people's heads. Yeah. You're like the favorite crystal of Atlantis. The heart of Atlantis. Look, Atlantis. I'm telling you, the heart of Atlantis. So remain calm at this time. Your name holds so much power, and your dreams are coming true. Back to Atlantis. People underestimated you then, and they still do now. So not only were you royalty then, you'll always be royalty. And not only are you a miracle, but one's on the way for you because of your mission, big mission here on Earth. You've had an upgrade. You broke the curse again. Dang, you're such a legend, Earth Angel, a healer. All right. Yes, look, it's your time to shine. So go and be that legend you were always meant to be.